best cartoon and anime time slots was Fox Kids, hosting shows like Batman, Spider-Man, X-Men, Beast Wars, Digimon. Remember Escaflowne was there? He got cancelled. In the 2000s, Fox Kids was replaced by the Fox Box, which became anime dominant with animated shows from Japan and France. One of those imported anime was Kinnikuman Nisei, released in the West as Ultimate Muscle: The Kinnikuman Legacy, a series starring the new generation of Justice Children and their battles against the DMP, Demon Making Plant. At the time, I wasn't into it. I wasn't interested in wrestling despite knowing the big names of the decade. I didn't know Ultimate Muscle was an anime either. Instead, the programs I was looking forward to was Ninja Turtles and Sonic X, but I was just a kid. Meanwhile, Kids WB had the Batman and Yu-Gi-Oh, and Toonami had Yu Yu Hakusho. Little did I know that this peculiar wrestling cartoon would later become one of my favorite things in all of fiction. Yeah, just calm down, bro. Just calm down. My dog, one of my dogs is over there. Fast forward to the 2010s, and I was in my exploration phase of anime. I barely got a laptop, which set off my anime adventure. Anime streaming was just starting, so the number of ads were very minimal, and just an anime was just about everywhere, not exclusive to one service. Let me skim that. Somehow, Fist of the North Star was also streaming on Funimation's website, which also linked to Hulu's video player. And this show, alongside Gogol 13, created my taste for manly anime. I searched on various sites to find similar masculine shows, which mostly became possible due to my anime list and the recommendation sections. Assuming people can hear me, if I'm seeing like likes and thumbs ups. At some point, I stumbled across Kinnikuman, a wrestling superhero anime, and it turns out that Ultimate Muscle cartoon was an anime and a sequel to this series. I watched about 3 episodes of the original Kinnikuman anime and I kinda lost interest. I wasn't expecting it to be very comedic centric, which I wasn't in the mood for. Critiquing myself, this was a very biased decision, as some of the other manly things I saw at this time also excelled in comedy, with examples being like Cromartie High School and Sakigake Otokojuku. Perhaps some vague memories of Ultimate Muscle were lingering in my head, because one of the turnoffs I has because one of the turnoffs I had for Ultimate Muscle, aside from the wrestling, was I thought it was stupid. I was not in on the joke. Little did I know that part of my future enthusiasm for Kinnikuman would be for the over-the-top designs and ludicrous powers. Unfortunately, I can't recollect what made me give Kinnikuman another chance. I know for certain that I started reading the manga, and I guess I found it funnier at that time because I kept reading. Once the 21st Chojin Olympics happened, I found the joke that solidified me as a fan, and that I will continue. And at that moment, I knew that I would continue this manga to the very end. During the skating race course, the lousy hero protagonist Kinnikuman comes across a bridge gap. A bridge gap. How will he get across? And Kinnikuman just pushes down Lanky Man and skates over him. And to me, that was just very funny. Like, I mean, who does that? And it's around that point that and that was the arc that made me become a Kinnikuman fan. Of all things, it was that. So there goes my introduction for how I got into Kinnikuman, and I guess the rest of this video is just going to be just Q and A's. Let me just link this to people, and so that way I can get to the chat and look at that. Kinnikuman Day Livestream. Yeah, okay, now it's here. It wasn't up earlier. Make sure the audio is muted, otherwise I'm gonna hear echoes. Yeah, give me a moment. I'll be there, everybody, and start looking at the comments. But yeah, during those days, when I was younger, like Foxbox was very anime dominant, and in contrast to Fox Kids, which was superhero dominant. Ah, crap. Now I gotta erase this because I ended up backspacing part of the address bar. Live now. Oh, it's a good thing I did the thumbnail ahead of time. Okay, all right. Now I can go to the comments. New pin. Now you can pin them. Okay, got it or whatever. All right, Danny boy, yo, Chikujo YT, hello, AB, let's go. Danny boy, here I was expecting any announcements for Kinnikuman today, but it's already the 30th in Japan. Really craving for it after seeing Sushio's Trigger Animator fan art for the series. I've been seeing some images online, which were like storyboards, so I don't know if that's what I've been looking at. They're definitely like new stuff that I haven't seen anywhere else. And I gotta remind myself to look over there. I'm looking at the monitor for the laptop. Fun fact about myself from Guts of the Doom 99, Kinnikuman's actually the reason why I got into anime in the first place. Since around 2014, 8 years running, baby. Ooh, I think that's around the same time as me, and not maybe like a year earlier. But I remember when I first started watching Kinnikuman, I wasn't really into it. It was just, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, okay. Because I remember seeing some pictures of Buffalo Man. I'm like, oh, that's different. Danny Boy. Yeah. Ichizen, yes, Kinnikuman needs a reboot. Let's see, Guts of Doom. Going back to Guts of the Doom, I was actually quite surprised how much of a favorite Kinnikuman has become for me because it went all the way to the third. You know, I should have like some Kinnikumans. I need to start buying posters or print screening stuff just so I could put something here. Because like this is Kinnikuman theme, yet I have Ninja Turtles on the side, and my Kinnikuman stuff is like over there. Yeah, I didn't expect Kinnikuman for me to be like top five material for me, especially in the when I was younger watching Ultimate Muscle. I just like lost interest whenever that came out. Travis Tippins, who's your favorite character? It has to be Kinnikuman. I don't know if that's like a spoiler for anybody for the top 10 list I was doing for like the past I don't know 7 years, 8 years, and haven't finished it. I guess it's no secret. I mean, number two is Terry Man. Number one is Kiriko Man. Kiriko Man's what maybe follow along in the first place. Like earlier, I was mentioning the joke how he trips over Lanky Man to get across the bridge. Uh, I thought that was like the funniest thing and a very unheroic thing to do. But Kinnikuman's a very unique character. Possibly like in any other show, he would be like a parody superhero. Well, he kind of is because of Ultraman, but the thing is, he manages to be his own person, and he's a very comedic dude. I just kind of wish that the current stuff made him more manly or more serious, but I do feel that they get carried away with this cowardly nature, especially when it's fighting against I remember the name of that perfect Chojin, the one with that the Peekaboo or Babyface or one of the two. I think it's Peekaboo. I think Babyface is the golden wind stand. So he's fighting against Peekaboo, and Kinnikuman's like, I think pissing himself, and everyone else like making fun of him. And like, oh, why is Kinnikuman? And I'm like, why is he afraid at this point? I mean, he's already fought the fight princess. You know, he should know what to do. Let's see. Ichizen Kinnikuman needs a reboot. Oh yeah, I already mentioned that. Kenny Ulysses, you feel like Devilman Crybaby ending was rushed? I haven't looked at Crybaby in about let me rephrase this. The last time I saw Crybaby was possibly around 2018 when it came out. The only other times I've looked at it was through editing footage, and that's the only moments where I actually like listen of it. But I'm pretty sure Crybaby was like, if I would have watched it again from start to finish, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find things that I don't like because I know for sure the Ryo Asuka friendship with Akira in the beginning. I can't see why they're friends. I really can't see why they're friends in that version at all. But the ending for it to be rushed, I don't think so. I mean, there's a lot of stuff leading up to it. Because there's been a lot of tragedies and casualties happening throughout the course of the series, especially like the last three episodes and maybe the last four. Or I don't remember like everything by heart anymore for Crybaby. Like, but I do know there was like stuff happening before even Mickey's like incident occurs. Let's see. Do you think the 2011 onward series will ever get an official Western release? Guts of Doom 99. I don't know. Because a lot of the problems what I've seen about the licensing all comes because of Broken Junior and maybe some other imagery that's there, but I know the current manga editions have been censoring and editing like some of the content out. because it's on the Kinnikuman wiki where you see pictures of Broken Junior's like swastika, like that's gone. It's like, which I get it, yeah, get rid of it. But now I'm actually worried due to the stuff with Russia and the Ukraine. I'm kind of also wondering about wars, man. Well, in the anime, there's some images of the Soviet Union, like some Soviet flags, which I guess they could just cut it out in the anime or just. I had this conversation a couple of times and basically do the Disney route where there's a disclaimer about like when they do the racist cartoons or anything that's like offensive or out of time, put a disclaimer in front of the stuff, or if you have to edit and cut the footage out, it's fine. That's fine. It's not gonna like tarnish the whole thing. But for a manga release, I don't know. I mean, and even then, I'm kind of wondering, don't they have to start from the beginning, from volume one? Like, I wouldn't mind either way, or reprints of Ultimate Muscle volumes. I'm missing four of them, four that I don't have, and you can't find anywhere for cheap. Um, what else is there? I wouldn't say it's not impossible, but I'm just expecting it to be like edited in some form. I mean, I kind of wanted to see Viz do it because Fist of the North Star is like managing to come over here already. There's pre-ordered links on Amazon that go up to volume 8, I think, or volume 9. But I just hope it succeeds. Let's see. Otis Mihan, here's a question: is there a scene from the series that you think was handled better in the anime than the manga? I know there's something. I really know there's something, but I can't recall because for some reason, what came to the top of my head was the. This is a bad example, not a good example. I was thinking of like the weird stuff that was happening with Super Phoenix and Bimbiba in the anime, which is like, oh, that's totally different from the manga. But no, that's not a good answer to your question. Hey, what's a good example that I liked more in the anime than like it has to be something that I disagree in the manga, like completely in the anime, just made it better. But right now, like I'm drawing a blank. I could think of moments in the anime that I liked more, like the well, actually, yeah, I can think of one right now. I think in the anime, Robin Mask's wife dies, and that sets off like a more believable why he's angry at Kinnikuman during the whole American tour arc. And I know in the manga, like his wife is still around, so it's kind of awkward where Robin just like leaves her, and then he's like he becomes a drunk and a hobo and starts working for the bad guys, and he kills humans. I don't remember if he killed humans in the anime because I know in the manga he killed a human. So I'm like, oh no, I think he killed a human unless I'm getting my brain scrambled with Kevin Mask because I know Kevin Mask did kill human wrestlers in both anime and manga. I was like, oh no, Kevin, you can't be doing that. But because I know there's like a lot of differences between the two mediums. Because I know in Ramen Man, when Mongol Man comes to help, when it comes to help Terry Man and Broken Junior fight against the Akuma Chojin ghost, he has like a briefcase where it has like this dragon thing. It's like this mist, and I know in the manga it was like a mirror, and I think it. I may be getting everything confused because I know in Dream Tag arc, I think the mirror comes back, but I don't think they used the mirror in the first scene in the anime, so it's a little awkward. Where no mirror in the first scene, then there is a mirror in the anime. It's like that's not how it works. I don't know. I'm drawing blanks. I'm just thinking about all the different censorship things because I know the American tour portion where Terry Man gets his leg amputated. That's not in the anime. Um, Buffalo Man's like prayer to Satan. It's like I'm pretty sure there's more clips of that in the anime. There. Yeah, I can't think of anything right now off the top of my head where the anime excelled better than the manga in one scene. Let me go back to the top. A lot of questions that come out now. Okay, Danny Boy, do you feel like Ramen Man had some influence in Retsukayo? Both were first introduced as brutal and cocky fighters, but after being defeated, they show a more gentle and wise side. I guess so, because I wouldn't be too surprised if there is a connection, but Itagaki's like influences are like a big mystery to me. I don't know where he gets his stuff from, or where his fascination of muscles came from. But I do believe there is like a very similar trait between Ramen Man and Retsukayo, and then especially in Retsu's case, where he's so honorable compared to all the other Baki characters. Especially the time where he's rescuing I don't remember that prisoner's name. I know it's not Spec. I know it's not Sikorsky. I want to say his name is Doyle, or Doyle was the, or was that Donovan? I don't remember their names. When he rescues that prisoner and he walks and he runs on water, as an example, Retsukayo doing his best. He even helps Baki like recover from his poison. And it just becomes like, but that reminds me of this one joke of in the Kinnikuman movie where Ramen Man has a map of like this place or something, and Kinnikuman's all surprised by that, and Ramen's response is like, the Chinese know everything except what they don't. I'm like, what do you mean? They know everything except what they don't. It's not exact wording, but I know it's something like that. Ataru has the best design from Ichizen. Yeah, I mean, like Kinnikuman Man Soldier, like Ataru, it's like it's pretty like cool design. And although it is kind of funny that in retrospect that he had to kill like someone to get the costume. Whatever happened to that prince? Whatever ever happened to his mom? My son was murdered. What happened to my boy? Oh, sorry, I murdered him to get his costume, so I can enter the Prince tournament. I guess if there's ever a reboot, they might have to retcon that event. Any characters you have as favorites that aren't manly? Kenny Elisa's. Oh yeah, I can think of some. Uh, yeah, aren't manly. Right now I'm drawing blanks again. Ugh. Excuse me. Actually, no, maybe I don't. Like, I hate these questions because I can never think of anything from the top of my freaking head. I can think of a bunch of cartoon characters that aren't manly, like Egon Spengler from Ghostbusters, or the real Ghostbusters specifically. Like, I just like the cartoon more than the movies. And that's one example. Let's see what else do I have on my shelf. Like, Egon's not a manly dude at all. He's just like a very super nerd. Funguses. I guess this is going to movie, but like Ash Williams from Evil Dead, not a manly character. Like, well, not the typical manly, but there's like a lot of like illustrations that make him look manly, but he's not really that kind of guy. But let me see if I can remember from anime. From anime, who do I like that's not manly? Jeez, I don't know. I guess I woke up too early or didn't get enough sleep. I don't know. I used to have like a list of favorite characters, but that was on my old laptop. I would have to like do it from scratch. Like, I'm stumped. I'm gonna look at my anime list and browse through like some of my favorite shows, see if there is a non-manly character that comes up right off the bat. Part of me wants to say something from Pokemon, but I'm like, because that's what I've been watching. But like, no, no, not really. Like, let's see. Well, there's like Candy Eagle and Joe the Condor. They're not your typical manly characters. They lean way more on superhero. But there's definitely like I would say Joe is like way manlier than Ken. But at the same time, like, well, yeah, I consider them men. It's just they're not that overly manly dudes like Kazumi Kenshiro or Akira Kongo. Well, there's Blackjack. That's another example of not exactly like manly, but definitely masculine. I guess another one that would fit the list was Kashan. He's not. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the thing. Like, I would consider him like a man, like, but I wouldn't consider him like super masculine. Because then again, like a lot of the stick of his dilemma is that is he even man or human? Is he even? But he's not like a Shinzo Negan, artificial. human or newly built man was like the translation for Sentai. Like he's a newly built man. Like what does that what does that mean? Artificial human makes more sense when in terms of Dragon Ball, but yeah. I guess answers would be Kashan, Blackjack, Joe the Condor, Candy Eagle. I need to make like another list of things of my favorite characters because I used to have one, but from the top of my head, I'm thinking like characters like Frankie, but like no, Frankie's a manly dude, and this is not gonna. I'm thinking like Jay, and like, no, that's another manly character. Uh oh, uh oh. I don't know if Devilman would fit either. Yeah, alright. Anyways, Ichi said Yujiro's new trend freaks me out. Like I wasn't realizing. Like, is he still doing that? I don't know. Oh, hey, Frank Streiser, big ups. G, how's life treating you recently? Oh, Fang, it's been a while. Lately I've been doing digital drawing, and that's what my last upload was about. Like, there's a few illustrations that are completed. The rest are like they're still in the rough development stages. Well, maybe not rough, but they're like pretty close to being done. But aside from life, I'm still figuring parts out. It's just been a little more like I had more time for myself. Let's put it that way. But I have been like bonding a bit with my parents, and like I've been trying to spend more time with my dog because I feel like I was like neglecting her like for a bit, but no, because I've been doing more walking with her, but also a lot of my time's been spent with just dealing with the neighbors because of like we had some fence problems, and then I had to like deal with the neighbor's tree, which is like the neighbor has like a monster tree, and I'm constantly cutting the branches off, and then none of it fits in the trash all the time, so I have to constantly trim them down, so just stuff like that. But life advancements, the main thing that's been like going faster than anything is like the drawing and writing. What do you think of Scramble of the Throne arc, and how would you rewrite it? Get or robotic? Well, for starters, I mean, the muscle prophecy needs to be condensed. Like it just keeps coming in and out, and then a lot of the stuff towards the end with Kinnikuman about the face flash doesn't make any sense because they were mentioning towards the end that only like the Royal Kinnikuman like has can do the face flash, but then they also confirmed that the only reason they can do the face flash in the begin with is because they wash their face in the stream, so anyone who touches that water should be able to do the face flash. So it has to do nothing with royalty, nothing with royal blood whatsoever. And then the muscle prophecy was doing stuff about Kinnikuman's heart, and I don't know. There's like a lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. Like even the start of the arc where all the mothers like can't tell their babies apart. I'm like, when babies are born, there's they have stuff to know which one is which. I mean, like I think they have like tags on them, like wrapped around their feet. And even then, I'm pretty sure like a blood test would have helped. I don't know if like a baby, yeah, you should be able to poke a baby at that point. Like, yeah, I mean, there's ways to find out like who's related to who. Um, I'm trying to recall what else I had problems. I know for sure the muscle prophecy was just the hell out of me. Like it was just so intrusive, and they're trying like some ways to verify like if Kinnikuman is royalty or not, or part of their family. But then there's a lot of contradictions. And the one about the face flash with the stream, the lake, river, whatever it was, that one really upset me. I'm like, so there's no way of determining this. Uh, all right, let me go back. Here's an idea. If they ever given an anime for current Kinnikuman, do some compilation OVAs, special the original series, and officially start the series with the reboot. I had talks with Falcon Punch about like how can we start Kinnikuman? Like, should it be rebooted from scratch? Should they remove the kaiju's altogether and just start it off with the wrestling with Robin Mask or something? Like, it got like so complicated. Or thought maybe just keep it simple and just keep some of the manga stuff in and then slowly transition to the wrestling like the way it was. I don't know. Where am I going with this? Because even with the 2011 stuff, I was actually wondering, should they start with Ultimate Muscle first, like where the anime left off, with Kid Muscle losing to Kevin Mask in the Olympics, and then go to the Demon Seed arc, and then work to the 2000 to the Chojin to the time travel arc, and then go to 2011, because that would be chronological, and I think that would be smarter just for the sake of getting the Americans on board, because people remember Ultimate Muscle way more than Kinnikuman. So I really think they should start with Demon Seed arc, the Ultimate Chojin tag arc, and then with the 2011 material. But also that way they won't catch up to the manga, because 2011 is still going, even though I would say that is the best stuff. But if we do Demon Seed arc, we get like best of the both worlds, because we get Ashura Man as the main villain, and then like a lot of cool stuff with that. And then with the Ultimate Children tag, we bring back Neptune Man. We get to see Wars Man, Terry Man, Robin Mask, Kevin Mask, Chaos, Thunder and Lightning, like Sewuchin, like Wally Tuskett, like in his meanest. And then we get Mammoth Man. Yeah, I mean that arc is like pretty good. I haven't finished reading it because there's some chapters missing, or maybe they've been updated by now. But yeah, like Neptune Man stuff and all that is all great. And then we get to see the new generation and the new characters, and that way people not familiar with the original Kinnikuman cast can get acquainted with them through the Ultimate Children tag. And then with 2011 material, then we just stay on board, just pure manga all the way from there. You're getting the limited edition Team NT Kawabunga collection, Kenny. No, I don't think I'm getting the limited edition things. No, I think I'll just settle for the games. Like Omega Kyo, hello to you. The save one is Doyle. Oh, okay, it was Doyle. Happy Kinnikuman Day, hero from the capital G. Hello. Good outcome. This message is held for review. Oh, can I see it? Let's see. Uh, apparently I can look at it. I don't know. Good. Whoever wrote it. This is mainly a show. Yeah, okay, I don't know what happened. Like I click a show button, and I didn't see anything. Let's see, Bobby Hill. This is manly. I don't know if you were sharing something, but now I don't know. Full Windman, Ed and Al are pretty good non-manly anime characters. Oh yeah, that's true. Like the Elric brothers, Ed and Al. I don't know which one I like. Well, I probably like Edward more, just because it's a 2003 series and he had to go through a lot more like ordeals, and the way he just toughens up towards the end, where he just like wants to kill the homunculi. I mean, he turned his automail into a gun. I mean, that's very like really goes against the purpose of automail, and then it makes him like that guy from the train from the very beginning of the show, where he had like this automail like, well, I think he did have an automail gun. Ugh. I've actually never seen someone say Al is their favorite from FMA. I think it's Merlin's favorite, but I could be wrong. What is your opinion on Ultraman the series that Kinnikuman is based on from AB? I haven't actually looked at it. I think I only seen like one episode of Ultraman. So yeah, I can't judge anything at all from Ultraman. Hey, cool Taff, yo. Seth Stratton, my love for Kanika Man will always continue forever. If they do a reboot, it better be the anime colors from the 80s. Oh, because I'm not a fan of some of the manga colors. Like, I get you, man. I really do. Because I noticed that there's a little too much red and white in the manga colors. Because Terry Man, Robin Mask, and I think Ramen Man, they all have red. And I'm like, no. And Neptune Man has red also. There's too much red in the manga colors. So I really do prefer the 80s anime colors. For like Toei got that right and making a more diverse like selection, because you got Robin in blue, you got well, even Warsman is like a brownish red in some cases. And also Akuma Shogun is apparently supposed to be red in the manga too, because there's like one volume cover and one like cover where you see him red. I'm like, there's just too much red in the manga. This isn't Ninja Turtles, man. This is Kinnikuman. Cool tab. It's Kinnikuman Day. For one man. Oh, I don't have to read that. Uh, OMG, I didn't know you had a dog. Oh, I had Taff. I have like well, one is mine. Two are like one is mine, one is my sister, and one is my mom's. Unfortunately, the one from my mom passed away like last year, so it's gonna be like about almost a year since that happened. Uh, I really hate like that day. Monster Tree, like the movie. He's not bad. They just outshine him. The armor is sick though. Like not sure which character. Maybe it's Alphonse we're talking about. Let's see. Cool to have. Here is something I noticed while watching some episodes of the anime during the second Olympic arc. Apparently, Robin Mask's wife died and they replaced her with her twin. LOL. Yeah, yeah. In the anime, they made her have a sister because I don't think Toei was anticipating that. Oh, the wife comes back. But then again, in the manga, it is out of the blue because his wife just comes out of nowhere and just to see him there, and when she shows up to see him, he's dead. He got killed by Atlantis. Uh oh yeah, yeah, that's right, right. Because also the wife returns during that arc, or did she appear in the manga and that part? Because now I'm confused. Because I know in the anime, that was during the Barracuda Warsman thing, and then she shows up and saying that I think they replaced her for Mari in the anime. That might be what happened. Let's see, or not Mari. They replaced her for Natsuko. I think Natsuko was the one that like broke through Warsman, or like doing the more like emotional commentary. LOL. Ironically, the Muscle Prophecy gave more plot armor to Phoenix during his fight against Sataru. Oh, Danny boy, who's your favorite Golden Saint from Saint Seiya? Also, what's your opinion on Hades' arc ending? Personally, I kind of hate it and almost ruined the series for me. I don't remember too much what happens in the Hades saga. I would have to like rewatch it because I was starting to rewatch the Hades thing after I finished the Netflix dub, the Sentai dub of Saint Seiya. But then I got carried away by other things, distracted by other things. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, yeah. Favorite Gold Saint. It's probably Saga for obvious reasons. But I also like design wise. I'd also like Capricorn Shura. I don't know. I just like the whole Excalibur thing, and then the horn helmet just looks cool. Excalibur. And I'm just remembering all the weird contradictions in Saint Seiya also involving like Saori and Pope Ares, and then with canon, and then there's like I think it's supposed to be a different Pope, and oh god, all that stuff was was confusing as hell. Still wish we got Suguru versus Ataru one day. Get a robotic. It didn't. It sort of kind of happened. There's like this there's this raw video somewhere about an interview with Yuta Tamago, and I think there were other people too talking about Kinnikuman. And there was like a what if conversation of Ataru with Kinnikuman. They mentioned that Ataru would win simply because that he has more experience or just more powerful than Kinnikuman. There was the reason, but I think some of his like I forgot the names of what the moves are called, but like the muscle spark, I think they said Ataru's was like stronger than Kinnikuman's, or I don't know what they mentioned. Raw, so I'm just guessing what they were talking about. Let's see, Capital G. Kind of hope it Toei does another adaptation of Kinnikuman. It's more like the Adventures of Dai remake from 2020 and not like Toriko. I guess so. Like, I haven't even looked at the Dai Dragon Quest stuff. But yeah, I could see the shortcomings with Toriko already, and I know for sure it wouldn't look like that. It would probably look more like Dragon Ball Super, maybe. I actually talked with some friends that instead of making 2011, they should just continue Ultimate Muscle. The first Ultimate Muscle series still has enough material for 24 or 26 episodes. Yeah. Have you read the Shin Tarchan Ross past where the anime left off? Oh no, I haven't even looked at anything Velo Station about Tarchan like in like I want to say years, but the last time I looked at Tarchan was because of the these anime dub petition video. That's like the last time I looked at anything Tarchan. And the time before that, like it's been. And the thing is, I know there's Blu-rays for Tarchan would look so much better than the than the crappy subs that are online. Ugh, no one's doing it. No, I haven't looked at any of the Tarchan manga, and I feel itchy down here. Sorry. What are some of your honestly personal potential fights for Record of Ragnarok? At least given what the original roster shows. I don't know because I haven't even looked at Record of Ragnarok like at all. I seen like trailers, I've seen like some manga panels, but I haven't like read it. I haven't watched an episode or anything, so I don't know. Like I can't really say anything. Instead, the manga that I was looking at is it's a super long name that I don't know it by heart at all. It was recommended to me in the last live stream. It is the Tenkaichi Nihon Sakyo Bugeisha Kateisen or Keteisen. If you look at my anime list, it's there. It's on my manga updates. Yeah, because that one I like because it felt like very passionate about like even though these are like very minor simple fights, I like that it's to the point and it's also I don't know, it's very passionate and like very like manly and hot blooded, but not too much where it feels shallow. I guess that's the best way to put it. Like it doesn't feel shallow. It feels like there's enough depth in these small fights, and then well, obviously like the girl ninja from the from the head of the clan. I mean, damn, one of the more manliest designs I've ever seen. I mean, her legs they're like super built. They're like horse legs. It was ridiculous. I think they should just adapt the new manga since Ultimate Muscle Anime bombed in Japan. Oh, well, I can see why because I like because the problem with Ultimate Muscle's new generation is that it doesn't have that chemistry as the original Kinnikuman like idol chojin. Like it just isn't there. Like it's mostly the Kid Muscle show. Let's see, that was from Full Windman and from Froban. Ultimate Muscle was my only experience of Kinnikuman ever. Trying to read the manga, but the comedic origin feels boring. Oh, yeah, you might have to like push through because there's like a lot of comedy stuff in there. And then I didn't even realize that some of that stuff got cut out because of like the racial sensitivities. And I didn't remember any of that at all. Like I won't lie to you, like a lot of that superhero comedic gag stuff, like I don't remember all of it. I remember parts. Let's see, Seth Stratton. If they do Demon Seed arc, I would have to continue from Kid Muscle winning the Olympics, having him not train and live a peaceful life until the anime beats him and have it all. Have him a little training arc. I don't know. I would prefer it to just like go the manga route and just make him lose the Kevin Mask fight because he does like train in between like the Demon Seed arc and that, and the kid is like just like freaking huge by that point. I think either the manga hates Robin Mask's wife because she nearly dies again in Ultimate Muscle Attack. Oh, the capital G. Yeah, I see that. But then again, maybe it's because he has a hard time drawing girls. Maybe he's because all the girls look the same. It's like the I mean, at least Oda makes them look like different after a certain point. But all the early stuff in One Piece, all the girls look like the Nami template, and the Kinnikuman is like the I guess the Mari template. I think she's the first character because not Beam Natsuko looks totally different from all her other girls from all the other girl characters, but everyone else has that Natsuko face. Let's see, Otis Mihan. Oh yeah, I also remember that in the anime, Robin's death against Atlantis was him getting chopped up by a backhaul truck, which I think might be more effed up than his original manga. Yeah, because well, it wasn't a truck. In the anime, it was a crane. It was a crane that like that was scooping up like pollution from the water, like water. I forgot what they call it. Like what's occurred, water drainage, or there's a term for it. It's a crane that like calls and like beheads him. But meanwhile, in the manga, like maybe Atlantis cut his head off. Like I don't know, because in both manga and anime, actually I talked about this in the scariest moments of Kinnikuman video. Like that's the last thing I did on the last Kinnikuman day. So what happens is that first Robin's head floats up in the water, but you can see his eyes, and this happens in both manga and anime. Then in the next step, when Atlantis picks his head up, like the eyes are gone. Like he's holding the mask floating up. So I don't know if they intended for it to be a severed head, and then they had to pull back because maybe that was too much. But then again, later in the manga with the golden mask arc, all of the Akuma children are beheaded. So I don't know. Meanwhile, in the anime, I think it's the head first, and then the next scene it turns into like, oh, it's just a mask because Atlantis' fingers are poking through it. So in the anime, he's definitely severed because of otherwise, then why would they show the crane and why would they show the blood and then cut away the screen when that happens? So it has a severed head. Is Raph considered a Leo level or is Leo just more talented? Kenny Lee says, I guess we're talking Ninja Turtles now for a little bit. I don't know. I guess it depends on the medium because I don't know like what their skill level's supposed to be. Because if you're trying to differentiate the turtles, I imagine Raphael would be physically the strongest. Leonardo's probably the most balanced, and Donatello's possibly physically the weakest one because he's technically more intellectual. Michelangelo might be like I don't know where Mikey and Leo would be. I'm assuming Leo would have to be like the one with the best stats, and Michelangelo would probably be like balanced stats. Maybe I don't know. Because I know in the games, like if you're going like arcade games, Raphael was the fastest one, Leonardo was the balance, and I think Michelangelo was the strongest. I don't recall what Donatello had other than he had the longest reach. So I really don't know. How did he die in the manga? Like I'm guessing we're talking about Robin Mask. I don't know. Let's see. Just beside Toei, what anime studio director do you want to pick up Kinnikuman and make an adaptation from Cool Tap? Oh, I wish Osamu Dezaki would come back from the grave and then make Kinnikuman anime. Yeah, like modern directors, like I don't know anyone. I really don't. The only director that stood out to me was Osamu Dezaki. I don't know anyone else in the business. Like this is Dezaki and Koike. Takeshi Koike. I want Koike to do Goal 13 or Hurricane Polymer. I don't know why Hurricane Polymer. I just think it would just work. Like it has to be 70s Hurricane Polymer. Like it would make it look very groovy and cool. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know. I don't know anybody. The demonic looking Pope with spike helmets was only in the anime. In the manga, the Pope looks the same way he does when he gives Seiya the Pegasus cloth in episode 1. Oh, okay. Alright. I was wondering about that. Well, Velo Station, but but I like the spiky Pope because it's like a very metal design. Like, if we're talking like the same Pope from the opening, it's like, oh, oh, that looks so good. Spike shoulders. I mean, yeah, it's fine. I personally think Studio David could do a great adaptation of Kinnikuman. You mean David Production, or is that someone else for Windman? You only really need the character introductions. Let's see, Danny Boy. There were clips of Tarchan Blu-ray on YouTube, but they were taken down. With so many Shonen Jump titles getting anime, I wonder if Tarchan has any chance. I don't know because Tarchan is like relatively obscure. Like even in Japan, like I have no idea how big Tarchan is over there. I don't know. It's like Tarzan's like one of the most niche shonen things ever, despite the fact that it's a Tarzan influence. It's influenced by Tarzan. Ugh. I mean, you think that might get some traction, like it's a Tarzan anime, but I don't know. I mean, there's a Pinocchio anime. No one like freaks out about that from Tatsunoko. Honestly, I'd be fine if Toei just handled Kinnikuman, especially after how good Dragon Quest adaptation has been in the latest One Piece episodes. Yeah, because the way like ever since that Broly movie, like One Piece looks amazing. Actually, yeah, man, I should rephrase that. Kinnikuman should look more like the Wano arc from One Piece in contrast to like how Dragon Ball Super looks. I'm not very fond of that filter they're using, to be honest, in those like last episodes. Also, Tenkaichi is pretty cool. I read a few chapters of it and enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't really care for Musashi's design. Yeah, I see what you mean because Miyamoto Musashi looks very young there, and he's supposed to be very young. But I like the fact that there's like enough like story between every character in order to figure their stuff out. They have good like good stuff. Like, but then again, that the Konoichi's like very fine, mighty fine lady. Like, ooh, Otokojuku has a better chance than Charchan to be on his fellow station. Yeah, I can see that happening. Like, I'm just waiting for something, and it just never comes. I'm just. I mean, this year's Devilman's and Gotchaman's 50th anniversary. Like, I don't see anything coming up. Uh, do you have any Kinnikuman Japanese volumes? I don't have a Japanese volume, but I do have a Japanese art book of Kinnikuman. Well, I'll get it later towards the end of the stream, I guess, because I definitely. Oh, that's what I should have done. I should have made a video about that. Because I did a video like many years ago, but the quality that I had for the camera was like awful. So yeah, I should do that at some point. It's called a Muscle Gallery. That's what it's called. Let's see. What is the Oda and Kubo same face curse? Yeah, I'm just kind of wondering if I'm gonna do the same. If anything, what I've noticed that I have a same eye curse for sure. I like drawing like those like triangle Batman eyes, like the same eye curse. But I don't know. We'll see if the faces look the same. I know for sure I draw different hairstyles and maybe variations on the lip, but in terms of like facial features, I don't know if I'm I might be in the same group. Uh well, I don't know. Kubo's faces are a little there is some recurring elements in Kubo's faces, but I kind of like the fact that his faces are like different enough. Maybe I don't know. It's mainly the eyebrows where they're like not the eyebrow, but like the part where the eyebrow goes on. Like he draws that on every character. Let's see. If I do Scramble for the Throne arc, I would have Mary had the Bebop role because it would make sense instead of what they actually did in the anime. I'm guessing you mean with Phoenix with Mari? Like, maybe I could see that because there's just so much problems with the Bebop stuff. Oh, God, I feel like I need to clear my throat. And I can't get it out. Hero, would you prefer if new Otokojuku anime started with the Tensho Gorin Daibujai arc or starting from the beginning? I just start from the tournament. Like, I don't mind if they skip like the. I wouldn't mind like an episode recap. Oh man, I wouldn't mind an episode recap. Like, for the first episode, I wouldn't mind if they do like a compilation thing similar to the Baki OAD, where they just show different highlights of the Otokojuku, or maybe just no, I think they should do that. They should do like a highlight reel of Otokojuku moments and animate some of the fights that we didn't get to see in the original thing. You know, like the one with Toromaru and Date against Ratsetsu and Baron Dino. He didn't show that. Togashi against Senku, like they fast forward to that thing. Same thing with well, I don't know if Gecko versus AK is like very necessary because he just gets like boomerang to death. Yeah, but I do feel the Toromaru and Date team up was like very like that was a good fight. They just skimmed over. I'm like uh, yeah, I would say just go for that tournament arc right off the bat because it's like that thing is super long. Like you might as well dedicate all the time to it. Okay, I'm starting to get like starving, but oh, there goes my stomach. Yep. Cool tab, Dizaki. If more people here knew about, if only more people here knew about Kinnikuman, tighter spec now. Yeah, yeah. Most people know about Ultimate Muscle, or either that they will confuse Kinnikuman for Ultimate Muscle, but they're two different things. I'm still waiting for season 3 of the Netflix Saint Seiya. I haven't even watched the second season, and I know for sure like this time around I'm gonna get mad about the whole like Shun thing. Because when that first came out, it didn't bother me, but after watching the new dub for Seiya and then figuring out like Shun's character, like, oh, now I get Shun's character, and then seeing this, like, and then making him a girl like defeats the whole purpose now. It's like the whole idea for Shun is that he gets like he's not viewed as a man because he's so girly, and like the younger brother of Iki, they look down on him for that. So that's why he has to prove his masculinity despite his appearance, and that and all the fact that he's also very kind-hearted. He doesn't want to kill anybody or or hurt anybody. They make because they're making him. Everyone treats him like a sissy. That's the best way to put it. They treat him like a sissy, but he needs to prove like his masculinity against everyone. So making him a girl like defeats the whole purpose of Shun's character. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see, Full Women. Funny because outside of Cobra, I don't think Dezaki ever directed shonen. Yeah, well, he directed Ashitana Joe. It's noticeable, and it's more noticeable in the second Ashitana Joe. But if you were talking about like a modern battle shonen, like yeah, he's never done that. He's done sports. Cobra is like that one exception, I guess. I wouldn't mind seeing him like do a battle shonen thing, but you know that would never happen now. I love a Kinnikuman One Piece crossover where they team up to save Panda Man. That's brilliant, Tyler Specknell. That is brilliant. I would like to see that. I mean, Toei really tried to like sell Toriko because they keep doing those. They did like three One Piece crossovers. I want to say it was three. If it was four, I'd be surprised, but I'm pretty sure it was like two separate ones, and then the third one was the Dream 9 crossover with Dragon Ball. Kinnikuman needs to be picked up by Viz, D in the water. I hope so. Fist of the North Star being made in English manga gives me hope. Yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, I have like Fist of the North Star manga in my house alongside Devilman books. Like that didn't have that was not possible 10 years ago. I'm pretty sure Broken Junior is the reason Viz Media doesn't pick up Kaneko Man. Yeah, but I keep saying like just edit the panels that like edit stuff, edit it, get it over your. Come to think of it, I wonder what Dezaki thought about Shonen like One Piece and FMA since he was alive when they aired. You know, I'd be curious, like, what he thinks about Berserk and Violinist of I can't say Violinist of Hamelin because both of those anime use his style and he's not involved. So I'm kind of wondering, like, if he like got upset or just kind of flattered or one or the other because, like, hey, I do that thing. So why are they doing it? The biggest disappointment from the rights holder to Kinnikuman outside of the creator is just that we had got no new anime, but no new video games in general. Like, who's the rights holder, Tav? I wasn't aware that. Is it like New Shoe Play News or whatever that company is called that does that publish their manga? Oh, hey, it's Kenny Lauderdale. Kinnikuman forever. Yeah, forever. Sorry, I haven't looked at your videos lately. I haven't even looked at Mercury Falcon's like last video that he did about Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, I need to like catch up on my backlog of YouTube videos because I just been looking at I just been listening to music, like a lot of like Metal Gear Rising Revengeance soundtrack and Pokemon and drawing. It's been a long time since he was his own video game. Also, yeah, there's been nothing new aside from manga and like merchandise. There hasn't been like I'm not including the gacha game. Yeah, I know there hasn't been like any official like products or animated material anywhere. Muscle Grand Prix 3. Yeah, that'd be great. Uh, the PS2. Oh no, they're talking to. Date and Toromaro's fight was honestly the best fight in the Unified 8 arc. I can never get over the fact that it was skimmed. Yeah. If we had to skim anything, maybe we should have skipped over Togashi versus Dokkan Ketsu, maybe? Like, but Dokkan Ketsu was Dokkan Ketsu the one that killed he was the one that killed Togashi's brother, right? Like, but even or was that Senku? Like, I don't remember anymore. But it doesn't feel like that important in the grand scale of things. Uh, I'm trying to recall what else was there because like you couldn't really skip. You can't skip any of the J fights. Like, because there was Jay versus I don't remember the name of the Bat character at all because he gets killed in the Olympics. He never comes back. But Jay versus like Manji Maru, you can't skip that. And then when Raiden gets killed, like you can't skip that either. Although I think Raiden probably should have won, like, and the way you see him later in the Olympics, I'm like, why did you lose, Raiden? Like, how could you lose? The fact that One Piece author was an assistant to Tarchan isn't enough. More. Oh, I didn't even know that. Velocation. That is like total news for me. That all that was like an assistant to Tarchan's author. Fuck, how come I haven't seen Tarchan in One Piece then? But that could kind of. But I don't know. Oda, Shimabukuro, and Tarchan, they all and Yuta Mago, they all have like that similar taste. And like, I know for sure they would laugh at toilet humor. Like for sure they would make like a toilet humor manga and they laugh. And they all find it funny. Here's something that's been on my mind. Is there anything that the current series creators can learn from Kinnikuman, Otis Mihan? Well, there's a few mangaka that they do mention Kinnikuman, like Hiromu Arakawa from Fullmetal Alchemist. Like Kinnikuman is one of our favorite things, and I can actually see some of Kinnikuman in Fullmetal Alchemist because like Alphonse and like the I forgot what they called it in alchemy, like armor bonding to like, I know there's a term for it, but anyways, like all the armor characters in Fullmetal Alchemist, that's like Akuma Shogun when he's like when he first appears in Golden Mascar, where he's like hollow. Um, like Armstrong is like a manly character, like very silly, comedic in nature, so he's like a Kaneko man character. The the chimeras, the people that turn into chimeras, those are kind of like chojin in a way. Like those people, the ones that turn into animals, like in Brotherhood, like that's sort of like a chojin thing, I guess. I know there was other things in Kinnikuman other things in Fullmetal Alchemist that I noticed. I was like, that was like Kinnikuman, but now I can't recall everything. I would have to like look at Fullmetal Alchemist all over again. What then again, I'm kind of doing because of Merlin's doing those podcast things. But other influences from Kinnikuman is Shimabukuro, that's where he got his stuff for Toriko. I think Kishimoto mentioned Kinnikuman in that same interview, like for a little bit. It's a manga interview on Toriko Volume 24. I think it's 24, the one with Komatsu on the front. I know Seven Deadly Sins, like Nakaba Suzuki. He's mentioned Kinnikuman. It's also his inspirations for Muscles, alongside Dragon Ball and Fist of the North Star. Hiro Mashima Fairy Tail. Like he mentioned, Kinnikuman is also one of his favorite things too. That's where the friendship comes from in Fairy Tail. So it's just, and there's actually a couple of Kinnikuman references in the Fairy Tail manga. Because I don't remember the name of this character. The character that's like a knight. He has like a knight armor. Has like that ponytail thing of knights, and he has like these tikis flowing around him. Those have the Kinnikuman faces. Like the tikis have the Kinnikuman faces on it. There's a few like wrestling mentions, like the Apollo special, like in during that parallel universe thing. I don't remember because I saw Fairy Tail like most of Fairy Tail a long time ago, and I was noticing like, oh, that's a Kinnikuman thing. Like I'm spotting the references. Like Mashima, you can't fool me. I know where they are. I know what that is. Yeah. Anyways, I really don't know how Netflix would handle the twist with Shun in the Hades arc. Oh, I don't know. I need to look back. I don't remember anything that happens. Is that she used to be slim and now is now short and chubby? Like which character we're talking about? I don't know anymore. Uh, I really don't like that. I guess Shun is a girl in Netflix series sends a message that a guy is unmanly if he has feminine traits for women. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing because it's basically Shun is like Kurama and Kurapika. Um, More Kurama, I would say. Like same thing goes for Kenshin because Kurama does have like this violent streak to him. He's like very like cold. He's probably more colder than Hiei in terms of like the kills, especially with the whole like that internal tree where what he did to like Elder Toguro, like suffer forever. And Hiei's like, even Hiei be like, man, that is messed up, Kurama. Like, I don't do that. I just chop him into pieces. You make him suffer for eternity. Well, then again, it's only eternal because of Togoro's like regenerative powers. Uh, I don't know how Netflix would handle the infamous Libra temple scene with Shun and Hyoga, and Shun is now oh, well, I don't know. That scene was always kind of suspect and kind of like, you know, there's something like I mean the yaoi, yaoi brew from this somehow, you know. Oh, I still find it hilarious and interesting how like Saint Seiya was responsible for yaoi, and it's because of Shun. Like, oh no. Funny enough, Shun's soft personality was kind of Toei's creation. Oh, in the manga, he's kind of stoic. He is still kind, but the thing with him not wanting to fight is not present. Ah, I don't even know if I can find the manga anymore because I remember whenever I would look for the Saint Seiya manga, it would just say, like this manga is officially licensed. Go support the official release. I'm like, well, but now the manga's out of print. No, it wasn't just Toei. Shonen Jump really wanted Toriko to be the new One Piece. It was crazy how it was paired in both anime special and video games crossover. Yeah, To- like maybe Toriko could have done it, but unfortunately, it just wasn't meant to be. I guess I don't know. Like I remember there was like Propeller podcast. I think that was what it was called. There was like Manly Enthusiasts. They were saying that Toriko was the stuck in between things where it was like too new for like older fans and like too manly for like newer fans. But and unfortunately, like a year later, JoJo came out and then everything changed. I was like, I don't know. I'm guessing you like TMNT from the poster behind beside you. Thunder Turtle. Yeah, I do. This is actually the 2012 series, but my favorite's actually what is my favorite turtle show? Like it actually might be the huh. You know, I never really thought about it. Like, do I have a favorite turtle show? Because I'm thinking like I like the '87 cartoon a lot, even though it's mostly for comedy. And 2003, I would like it more if Four Kids didn't do the sound, if it didn't do the damn sounds. But yeah, 2003 is like really cool show. That's actually the one I grew up with, the one that I watched the most of. But I really like the voices and the chemistry of the '87 cast. 2012 is like very plot heavy, but at the same time, it's like it caters way too much to '80s references. Like it's like almost dominated by references more than storytelling. Like there was like too much. And then Rise of the TMNT has like a very stylish animation. Of course, everyone hates it because of the art style. I'm like, oh, and then I don't know. There was something there, and then again, the writing is kind of sloppy at times. But then there's good news at least that the movies kind of come out this year now on Netflix. But yeah, like Ninja Turtles, like my favorite thing is probably the 1990 movie more than anything. That's what like made me a fan. Like that original movie trilogy. Like I have the toys up there, all my Ninja Turtle stuff. Are you excited for Spriggan? Travis Tippins? Not really. Like I know it's based on that first OVA ever, but I haven't even watched the OVA, so I don't know. For Windman, I meant more along the lines of the Zaki directing Battle Shonen, but then I forget. But I did forget that Joe was a shonen. Such a shame. Togashi versus Senku was one of my favorite fights of the arc. Velo Station. Kinnikuman and DC crossover would be cool. Shonen Hero. Well, there's not a DC crossover, but you did that Mongol. They do some illustrations of Marvel characters. There was a picture of Captain America and Terry. I mean, not Terry Man. Captain America and Thor. But Thor looks like Terry Man cosplaying as Thor. So it used to be on Crunchyroll, but the photos were deleted. So I don't know if you can find the photos somewhere else on the internet or maybe in like low quality. But they exist. They existed somewhere. Yes, either remove the swastika or add in a translator editor's note about how it came to do. Yeah, about historical significance in Japan. I know what you mean because it happens in Bleach also, where the Bleach in Naruto because Neji had it on his forehead, but then they changed it to like an X, and they Ichiko's like hilt. So I forgot that part. Then what the part is called of the sword, like on his bankai, like it had that other swastika, like the Buddhist one, but then they had to change it for the anime's sake. Metal Gear Rising: Revenge is my top three favorite action games of all time. Kenny Elise's, yeah, I can see why. I've been kind of been tempted to. Well, I haven't even played Yakuza yet. Like I've been playing too much Pokemon, and Pokemon's kind of the reason why you're not seeing a Kinnikuman video today, and instead I'm doing a live stream. So yeah, I don't know. Like I got very carried away with Pokemon XD, and in the long run, it was not that good of a game. Coliseum was probably better, but I do have a good. I did make like a lot of Pokemon teams in this one. Unfortunately, I was playing on the Nintendo Wii, so I don't know. I don't think I can transfer it anywhere into the Pokemon Bank or whatever thing is going on right now. Toriko was robbed not just in Jump Force, but in his series was rushed out the door. Yeah, and the budget went down too, and then the violence was censored and all that stuff. All that also assisted Rurouni Kenshin's creator. Yeah, I heard of that one, Watsuki, because Watsuki also had like the author of Shaman King under him. Like I think there was like one more person, but I don't remember who it was. But I remember Watsuki just had other people under him. But going on Revengeance, I think my favorite theme is either I don't know. There's like I like. I mean, I know there's like it has to be this way. Like I know that's the main one that's like a winner, but I also like Stranger I Remain, um, Rules of Nature, and I know that. And for some reason, I really like geez, what's the name of that one? Like the one about hot winds, hot winds blowing, desert winds, whichever it is. Yeah, I don't know. Like the soundtrack's been like really good. Let's see. Toriko was really done dirty. It's too sad. I feel that Zaki would be mixed with the Berserk anime using his style, as he wanted future directors to develop their own. He would probably prefer something like Lane for using his style differently. Oh, I wasn't aware that. Well, I haven't even seen Serial Experiments Lane. There's a lot of like big name anime that I haven't even looked at. Velo Station, do you think the failure of the Toriko anime is what discouraged anime studios from adapting more manly series like Kongo Bancho? Maybe I don't know because at the same time, like JoJo was airing alongside Toriko. Oh wait, no, oh wait, for the Toriko and you know what? I don't remember the dates for Toriko. Let me look. Like what was the because I want to say Toriko anime premiered in 2011. Yeah, it came out. Yeah, JoJo was airing alongside Toriko because Toriko stopped in March 30th, 2014. By that point, Stardust Crusaders I think was out, or at least was about to premiere. Because I know Crusaders had like that 6 month delay when it went to that Egypt portion, and I really hate that they call it a different show. I hate that. Yeah, Ichisen and Toriko had so much potential. Yeah, I guess my question was more of what lessons creators can learn from the series rather than references itself. Otis Mihan. Danny boy, what would you think if Akatsuki Otokojuku happened to get an anime out of nowhere? Is there a something you would have liked that would be changed regarding the main cast and some arc plot lines? I mean, I'll still be happy the fact that it's something. I would have preferred they did the tournament arc from Otokojuku, but I guess just trying to make the characters a little different because that's the thing that I don't like about Akatsuki is that Akatsuki Otokojuku's like main cast just feels like it feels like the same character from the first series. So like, why do we have to change it? But I do like the Brahmin when they show up towards the end. I'm like, ooh, now we got superpowers on this anime in this manga. And then we get like Daigo and Jackie's son, like Daigo and Cookie, the manliest dudes ever. Like, oh my god, this guy's got to wreck some shit. He's gonna wreck everything. Daigo and Cookie. But I don't remember much of the beginning, so maybe they might try to trim some of that out. I do remember like there was like stuff involving cyborgs and like a clone of Date at one point. Then I don't know, a bunch of weird stuff. But I'm like, I don't mind. I don't know. I don't remember much of the beginning. I do recall like everything from the Brahmin and then that final tournament arc at the end where you get like the Statue of Liberty versus a T-Rex with sunglasses. Yeah. I do feel it would be very out of the blue and like surprised that why did Akatsuki get an adaptation but not like a reboot for Otokojuku? I still feel upset about that. I think it'll be even weirder if Ultimate Path Private High like just out of nowhere gets an anime. I'm like, why did that one get an anime? Big Slow. There we go. That's the character name I was talking about for Fairy Tail like many questions ago. How far behind am I? Because like I can't keep the stream going forever, unfortunately. I'm definitely sure Horikoshi has seen Kinnikuman. I forgot his name, but there's a character in Midoriya's. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. Like the one that gets like powered up by sugar, like the guy with the lips. Like he just for some reason like his design is different from Kinnikuman, but it's something about him makes me think Kinnikuman when I look at him. So I don't know. It's to me it's like I don't know how you would call that type of craftsmanship of designing. They're like they're technically two different. They look totally different, but it reminds me of that person. It's like how does that work? Ugh. Hero, have you tried gyudon? No, I haven't. I don't even know where I could find gyudon around here. I think the humor of the FMA manga is heavily influenced by Kinnikuman, possibly because there is like a lot of humor in the manga version, which I don't like. And it makes me think of the Kinnikuman anime where there's like a lot more comedy and stuff. I'm thinking that that's probably where she got her comedy from. Bleach has a villain in the final arc that is just Kinnikuman and meat but evil. I didn't realize that. I don't know. You would have to like give me the name Shonen Hero. Bleach is more influenced by Saint Seiya than Kinnikuman. Yeah, I know about that because the shit what was it? Yeah, because the Soul Society rescue thing that is straight up the same Seiya like Athena stuff of the 12 houses thing. And same thing goes with like Hades Saga and the Hueco Mundo. It's like yeah, that's the same thing, same thing. Bleach has a villain in the final arc that is just Kiniko Man but farts. You guys need to show me the name because I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna find it if I put Bleach Kiniko Man. I don't think I'm gonna find it. God, jeez, my stomach is like freaking like it needs to eat stuff. I'm gonna oh, no, that's spell right. I'm gonna put Bleach Kiniko Man. Let me see what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen on my Google Images? Yeah, I'm not getting anything. I'm just getting Kiniko Man pictures. Yeah, you guys gonna have to. I would have to like look for character names, or unless I put Bleach villain farts. Hopefully, this doesn't lead me to like a fetish of some sort. Yeah, I'm not getting anything by putting Bleach villain farts. I got nothing. I'm just getting like Bleach characters. Like, nah, I'm not getting nothing. Yeah, I would have to know a character name. 2012 TMNT for me. TMNT 2003 would be perfect. It's somewhat edited with more appropriate music. Yeah, even as a kid, 4Kids music annoyed me. Kids don't need constant sound blaring their ears to enjoy a show. Yeah, yeah, that is why I cannot look at anything other than 4Kids because I tried watching GI Joe Sigma 6 and I just couldn't. I'm like, I need the Japanese version for this show, for this anime, for this GI Joe anime. Also in the Tate Gaiden, the Henshoki clone character grows bat wings in a recent chapter, and the technique is literally called Battleman. Oh, yeah, it's funny. Oh, Henshoki was the character's name then. I didn't remember that. What are your thoughts about Guyver, Travis Evans? They've been the same for the past few years. It's like a very cool stuff. I really like the concept. Like I think it's a more very toku influence, tokusatsu styled anime, sci-fi horror, and I could see its influence in other things like on Zetman. But the thing is with Guyver, it's just that it just leaves you hanging. Like I don't know what's happened to Guyver in the past few years because I don't think there's been anything new in the past few years. And if an anime comes back, I mean, are we gonna get another origin story at the beginning, like the fourth time? Four times you get the same origins. You get like the beginning of Guyver four freaking times. Not even Spider Man has gone that far. The manji was a holy symbol in Asia before the Nazis. Yeah, yeah, the Nazis ruined it. The Nazis completely corrupted that symbol, like forever. They forever stain the mark. They forever stain something holy. Yo, just get a Pokemon team with wrestling types. Tell us the results. What? What do you mean? Uh, like, is there something that I should type in somewhere? Or, I don't know what you mean by that, Taff. But no, I don't have any wrestling Pokemon. Most of my Pokemon consist of psychic types, to be honest. Well, actually, like the team that I mainly use is mixed, and I had to change it a couple of times for the Ore Coliseum because that thing is like very specific things I have to do. Like I have to do specific items every time, and I had to like use a different swap out like one or two different Pokemon depending who I'm fighting. But yeah, the main thing that I had was Espeon, Gardevoir, Hariyama. Why am I forgetting my other members? Hariyama. I know I had a dark. Well, then again, I guess we're getting confused because I do swap a lot. So, because I had Gardevoir and Espeon are always there, so they're always there, and they're usually like the last ones I have left standing. 'Cause, like, there's been a couple of fights where they're the ones, they were the winners, and it's because of those two that I was able to win. There's Hariyama, Sharpedo, Ampharos, and Ninetales. But I have swapped with Houndoom of times. I had to use Zapdos and Zalamance, like for some of the things. As I was really trying to avoid using legendaries, but I had to use Zapdos because I just had to. Like no other electric Pokemon in that I had would work. There were Starmie. Uh, at one point, I was using Banette and Dusclops, but that's because those were the only ghost Pokemon I had in that game. I couldn't get a Gengar or anything else, but it was. I think that's the main thing because I do know that Houndoom and Sharpedo were like recurring. I know at one point I tried using a Scyther. It helped a little bit, like against psychic types, really. Yeah, let me go back to the questions. I'm thinking Pokemon, and I'm like, ugh. I'd rather see you stream than make a video, really, especially as a small channel. Streaming is more personal. Yeah, I guess so. Uh, wish they started printing the manga for Kinnikuman in English here in the States or have it sub somewhere. Yeah, I guess so. Because, like, technically the Otokojuku manga is licensed, but it's under the. It's not under the Japanese name, but it's a thing where you gotta, like, you do a subscription. I forgot what the website is called. Let's see. Charge Men's Private School. I think that's was the name that it's under. Private School Manga. It's under. Yeah, okay. It's under mangaplanet.com. That's where you can read it in English, but you have to like do a subscription. I think it's Manga Planet because I know there was a place where you could read it officially, but you had to like pay stuff. Yeah, Manga Planet. That's what it's called. That's where you can read Otokojuku officially, but I don't know if they translated the entire thing. And even then, like I don't know if it's a thing where I can only look at the pictures. Because what I would like to do is download the manga. That way, I could use like the better quality scans. Because with Fist of the North Star, like I'm gonna keep this person anonymous, but I do have the physical books. But there was like a kind person on Twitter like gave me like these files of scans of the manga. So now for volumes 1 through 4, I have them in high quality, and they're better quality than what you can find online on the on the scanlations. So there's a couple of Fist of North Star videos that I want to do, and I know I gotta use those manga panels while I have the opportunity, since better resolution and all that. Because one of the things I wanted to cover was the censorship of Fist of North Star, and most of it is actually in the Shin arc and all the early stuff of the manga. Like it's very violent stuff. Anyways, we're supposed to be talking about Kinnikuman, Man, but now we're going all over the place. The Toriko anime was also some of the reasons got censored heavily. Yeah, well, yeah, there was a lot of censorship in that. Froban, speaking of Gold 13, I've been collecting the Viz Signature set and managed to collect volumes 7 to 13, but cannot find 1 through 6. All out of print, and and when one or two are available, they're very expensive. I got lucky because my volumes are over there. I bought them before they sold out. But then again, this was like 5, 6 years ago. Yeah, so I have them all. But thankfully, people did upload like volume 13 like on manga websites, so you can read the Zerisawa family murders. That's like the Gogo 13 origin, which potential origin, but no. I watched 4 episodes of the original Kinnikuman. Man. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I find it funny now, but earlier I was talking about when I first discovered Kinnikuman, Man, like back in 2014 ish. Like I wasn't like into it. Ugh, my throat was giving out. Do you think the Bastard anime will be any good? Probably. City Hunter's getting new stuff, which is nice. Yeah, he's getting a new movie. Have you ever seen Kinnikuman 2009 show? Basically, it's a whole show where a bunch of Japanese wrestlers are cosplaying as Kinnikuman characters. I never Kinnikumania 2009. I never heard about that. Otis behind. That's news to me. Uh, his lips and eyes look like Kinnikuman's Gurakama. I'm assuming you're talking about My Hero Academia. I forgot the name of the character. I think it was called Sugar Man. I could be wrong. Uh, I'm a Norwegian black metal fan, like D in the water. I need to listen to more black metal, to be honest, because so far the only track I listened to was black metal from Venom and a few like random stuff, but I haven't really found like the black metal band that I like. Like when it comes to heavy metal, like no problem, but black metal is still I'm still acquiring taste for it. The thing is, I need to look into more black metal because there's this group of villains that I'm working on, and they need to be black metal themed. Even though, to be honest, most of them are like fetish looking characters. France sends a bunch of their budget to make City Hunter happen. Yeah, it's all about that Nicky Larson. The name of the Bleach villain I was talking about was Mask de Masculine. Oh, let me take a look. Let me take a look at that. Let's see, Bleach Mask de Masculine. Oh, okay. I guess this guy. Well, yeah, appearance wise, doesn't look like Kinnikuman to me too much. But I don't know. I take your word for it. Like I just haven't like anything from that portion of Bleach. I don't know nothing about. Like I stopped when the original anime stopped. So I read. Yeah, I don't really care too much about Bleach to be honest. I like that this clone with Akashi Juzo bonding with him at the end is absurd, but I like how the spirit of Otokojuku words like the series' own brand of friendship power. Yeah, I guess so. Have you read Garuden? Nope. Monkey Robo. Sorry. Have you read the Otokojuku Guidance? I read a little bit of the Date one and the Jackie one, but I wasn't like really too thrilled. Although I do like the art style of the Date manga because it looks like the '80s style, but even more manlier and bigger. Also, Jack Hanma recently got a comeback in Bakido, the Monkey Robot. Oh, yeah, I've been seeing like some images, and Falcon's been telling me a little bit how he's just been like obsessed with biting people. And I think he said that he wanted to eat Baki. I'm like, what? What's going on in Baki now? I don't know. Like, cause I don't know. I'll probably get there at some point, or either wait for the anime like in the next 5 years or so. When like, oh, Baki Do anime, like, it's finally happened. Now I get to see Meme Tobe in anime form. I don't know. I don't know why they translated the wow, I can't even speak anymore. I don't know why they translated the Otokojuku name literally. Something just sounds better in their native tongue. Well, that's how the live action movie was licensed over here. It was called Men's Private School, Charge Men's Private School. Like the live action Otokojuku movie got released over here by I think Media Blasters or Tokyo Shock, one or the other. But I don't remember if it has a dub. Because I have the movie, like it's somewhere over there alongside like my Rikio and Kromari High School live action, and like the successful one was Rikio. Would you do a full retrospective of Hokuto no Ken if you had the chance to? It's not a retrospective Monkey Robo that I'm working on, but I am working on a Hokuto video, and it's a long one. We're looking at a potentially 20-minute video for Hokuto no Ken mixed with JoJo. And I think you can guess like what the topic of that's gonna be. Let's see. Well, let me try to finish this because I'm like my throat is giving out and I did not bring any water. As much as I enjoyed the Seven Seas Lupin III collection, I still want to find the Tokyo Pop releases, but they're impossible to find cheap. Yeah, like ever since Monkey Punch passed away, people just uploaded the manga on websites. But the thing is, like, I kind of wish Seven Seas got more Lupin because the translations of the set of the Tokyo Pop are like very, very different. So now I'm just kind of like waiting to see if Seven Seas grabs more Lupin or something because it really needs a better translation. Have you read or heard about the series Apocalypse Zero? Ever since I read it, it's been living rent free in my head. It hasn't. Yeah, I know what Apocalypse Zero is. I just haven't looked at it. It's that I know it has the post-apocalyptic setting with a tokusatsu hero, and it's like very grotesque monster designs. I know there's an OVA for it, which is a little infamous, alongside Violence Jack and Legend of the Overfiend. Anime hero. If you want manly metal, listen to Man. Yeah, I already am listening to Manowar. Like, yeah. Like when it comes to heavy metal, power metal, like I got that covered. Yeah, like Man of War. Like my favorite thing is Hail and Kill. Like if on my video for Shin Violence Jack references of X-Men, there's a little bit of Man of War in there, like just very little. Like just enough so I wouldn't get copyrighted. But yeah, when it comes to like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, and Dio, to me like my favorite one is a Painkiller from Judas. Planet's devastating. No, I could do better than that. He's the pain. I need, let me look for the lyrics because I know I could do a little better than that. I'm gonna get my voice is like giving out. I don't think I can do like Painkiller lyrics. Okay, this is not the right band I was looking for with the jeez, Painkiller Judas Priest. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know if I can do it. Faster than... Yeah, no, I can do better. I can do it. Faster than a bullet, terrifying scream. Enraged and full of anger, he is half man and half machine. Rides a metal monster, breathing smoke and fire. Yeah, I could do way better than this. I don't know why I can't do it, but it's very high pitch, very high pitched that song. But Man of War is But the other band I've been listening to is like very fairly new. Is called Brothers of Metal, and the song that I love from them is Fire, Blood, and Steel, Gods of War, and Siblings of Metal. Like those are the main three that I like. What studio do you think will animate a potential new Kinnikuman? Monkey Robo. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Toei that's gonna end up doing it. Like I would like TMS to do it after Baki and Megalobox, so and Lupin. So there you go, TMS. But I wouldn't mind if David Production did it too. So, what's your favorite lesser children in the series? Like Canadian Man. Well, Canadian Man. Like I want from the top of my head, I'm thinking T Pac Man. Like, cause I don't know what you can do with him. Like T-Pac. No. It's gonna be Urinal Man. Urinal Man is my pick. it's, it's an outrageous design, and I think Urinal Man solidified my place as that I like the Chojin that don't look human, the ones that are just inanimate objects. Like, how do you make that threatening or cool? And then Urinal Man comes in and Benki Man, and just like he sucks him in and flushes them. Like what? Urinal Man. Uh, how many questions is there? Because I can't give this any. Oh, there's not too much. For a moment, I thought it was like a lot more. Uh, Sorry for talking so much about Otokojuku, but what's your opinion on the live action? I appreciate its existence, but I was looking into some scenes yesterday. Well, it's something. Well, Jay's not in it, so that's like a minus already. There's no Jay in the live action form, and the problem I have with that movie is that when it comes to the comedy stuff, it just repeats what I've already seen. And if I want to watch the fight scenes, then I might as well watch like the fight scenes of the anime. It just doesn't have the budget. It doesn't really have the look or like the comedy of it. It just doesn't look like presentable. Like I mean, Kung Fu Hustle looks amazing, even though the CGI isn't like totally real. If it was more like Kung Fu Hustle for live action of Dokujuku, I would be all in for it. Same thing goes for the Diamonds Unbreakable live action. Like, I haven't even finished watching it, and it just feels like dull. It's like they're just like stuff that no one seems to get. Like, how to film these anime movies? I'm like, no, like why? Like, they're not having the correct reactions. Like, things are like totally off. I'm like, it just feels like so off. I don't know how they just can't figure it out. Just direct it like any other movie and keep it true to the thing. And like apparently no one knows what to do. Oh, keep in mind, I'm not a fan of Tokyo Pop's translation of Lupin. I just want the volumes and art references. Yeah, I know what you mean because there's some stories that I want to read, but like the translations just. But you know, if you want to collect them all, because I've been tempted to get the Fist of the North Star like comic books from like Viz from back then, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Froben, let's see. Full Windman. From what I've seen, Apocalypse Zero doesn't look nearly as bad as Violence Jack or Geno Cyber. Oh yeah, Geno Cyber is pretty gross, but and that's like you gotta admit that's like the best like robot cyborg transformation sequence like in anything, like that whatever that was in that first episode, like the way that neck extends and all that. I'm like, whoa, look at this animation! It's so weird and gross, but it's so cool. I feel like idiot, of course, he listens to Man. No, it's fine, it's fine. Like I wouldn't call Man of War obscure. The I would say like all the newer bands would be obscure because like there's Napalm Records that does the does a lot of the new heavy metal bands, and there's like and like all these different bands like did a cover of Man of War's like Warriors of the World, and it's like this big grand thing, and it's amazing. But no, you shouldn't feel bad for me to like know about Man of War. I mean, like if you're listening like to metal of any sort, you're gonna bump into Man of War eventually. The same thing goes for like for all the hits. It's like saying like like you're eventually gonna bump into Metallica and ACDC if you listen to any type of rock or metal. Or like another band that I like is a Master Plan for the power metal scene. But yeah, but it's just me looking into black metal. That's the one where I'm having trouble. Where I'm like, I kind of want to like it, but I'm not really too into it, or I just haven't found the right song or the right band. I actually like the Otokojuku live action movie. It was disappointing that Jay wasn't in it, but the movie's pretty long as it is. It managed to balance the comedy and action decently well. Velo Station, yeah, I don't know. To me, it's just like not a favorite of mine. I'll just stick with Rikyo. Like, well, Alita's like the anime winner, but even then, I want Alita to be R-rated like RoboCop. What's up, anime hero from Joker Writer? Yay! Sorry, but I'm getting close to finishing this. So if you have any questions, you better give it to me now. Do you think they would have cast a white or Asian actor as Jay? Well, in the Cromartie live action, I think it was an Asian man that was like a built that was playing Freddy. So I think it would make sense to put an American actor, like, but even then, like, I don't know if this movie was bigger budget, I would imagine they would have gotten like a familiar American face, but that didn't happen. But I wouldn't see it like I don't think it's impossible for them to get like an Asian man and just dye his hair blonde and then just make him seem American with what speaking English. It's fine. Joker writer, do you watch Common Writer? No, I haven't. I only seen like one episode of the original. I haven't really watched any Toku to be honest. I only seen like two Sentai shows, being a Jetman and Jew Ranger. Those are the only Sentais I've seen all the way through. Still crazy. The guy that wrote Genocyber later wrote FMA 2003. Well, it makes sense if you think about it, like in terms of because whenever Fullmetal Alchemist popped up on Adult Swim, whenever I catch it on TV, it was always something very grotesque and horrifying. I was like, oh, this is scary. I don't want to watch this. Have you heard? Oh, yeah, yeah. I've heard of Beast in Black. It's a power metal who made a lot of Berserk themed songs. They also did a Hokuto. Yeah, my favorite one, Cry Out for a Hero. And the lyrics that win it for me is that, jeez, how did it go? How did those lyrics go? You know what? You could, I don't know, you'll probably hear it. You'll probably hear it. Like, jeez, I forgot the name of how the way the lyrics go. Because it's been a while since I last heard of it. Because I've been listening to like a different band lately. Oh my fucking throat. Oh man. Um. Wow, I don't remember the lyrics anywhere. Cry out for a hero. But yeah, there's also like Za the Immortal. Heed the warning of Za the Immortal. There was that. I remember I tried giving this to Manu ANC3 and he just never like it never popped up. But you might be able to hear this. I hope I don't get too. Where's the lyric that I need? Yeah, there we go. The seven scars and the fist of fury. Great. I had the live stream going on at the same time. I need to mute this one. There we go. Like, I don't know, to anyone who hasn't heard this song, like, you need to listen to Beast in Black, Cry Out for a Hero, and you get this lyric here. Yeah, so, like, anime theme, like, metal band. It's awesome. Heed the warning of Zod the Immortal. No, I haven't seen the new Batman movie, Joker Rider, but I've seen Sonic 2. If you can stomach the monster designs, I think you like Kakugo. It has some weird and disturbing imagery. So Velocization. So is Kakugo a manga, an anime, or I'll just type it in on Google Images. Excuse me. But I will be finishing this within like 20 minutes because I need to do stuff. Kakugo. Oh, is it Apocalypse Zero? Okay, I guess I thought it was something else. Yeah, there's the woman with the boobs. Yeah, I haven't looked at it, but I don't know. I think if I was younger, I wouldn't be able to stand this. But like, no, like I've seen a lot of stuff. Yeah, like I've seen stuff happen. And also, it doesn't help that some of the things that I'm drawing is like kind of leans on that. Well, maybe not that ugly, but it's more like it leans more on erotic. No, Kenny, I'm not a fan of wrestling, to be honest. Sorry. Like my family is, but not me. Yeah, like FMA has a lot more emotional nuance than Cyber, which is edgy trash. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like Cyber is just meant to be disgusting. Hold on, let me. Yeah, because sorry, like Danny, like one of your comments just due to the swear words, like it got like I could read it now. It says, since the stream is ending, I just leave this here. Recently, I read Rini Kakeru, and I can appreciate it influence a series like Kinnikuman, but apparently it's bad, preachy, and shallow. I heard that was like a big deal, like on the influences for heroic things. I mean, for the shonen structure. So I don't know now. But then again, I've been hearing people say also that the original Saint Seiya manga wasn't that good, and the anime made it better. You're into going to jeez, I just yeah, here we go. Velo Station. You're into going to Guy series, so you probably wouldn't have an issue with it. Yeah, I guess so. Like if I've seen going to Guy, I mean with stuff like Violence Jack and Devilman Lady, especially Devilman Lady. But then again, even Devilman Grimoire, even though that's not from going to Guy, like Grimoire is so raunchy. It's so out there. Then again, Crybaby's even more raunchier than the manga. Bobby Hill. Oh wait, no, that's talking to Bobby Hill, not to me. My bad. I read to the ending. As Mr. Falcon Punch put it, it's like if Going to Guy made a Common Rider series with Fist and North Star vibes. Yeah. What do you want in the third Sonic? What if Going to Guy made Sonic 3? What? I don't know. I watched the three episodes of Rini Kakeru and I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I'll find out. Maybe Rini Kakeru is like divisive, like Lupin 6. I haven't even finished Lupin 6. And I'm just like, oh, no, I don't like this. I never been this whole disappointed with Lupin before until Lupin 6, but Sonic 3, I mean, I don't know, should I spoil like the post credits of Sonic 2 if you guys don't know, because like a character shows up at the end of Sonic 2 like a Marvel movie. Let's see. What if Gona Guy made Berserk? Just saying, like he kind of did. Like I think the old man lady was his response to Berserk due to the sexual things in it. Gona Guy would draw a good Sonic. Not gonna like. I think you draw a good Shadow more than a good Sonic. Like same thing goes for me. I have a hard time. I try drawing Sonic sometimes and I just can't. But if it's Shadow, like I just like, oh, that's easier for some reason for me. I haven't finished Luma Part 6, but I'm afraid. Yeah, Taff. Be afraid. Be very afraid. The capital G. Do you still keep up with any new gen anime today other than Baki? It's technically the only new gen that I'm sort of keeping up with is Pokemon Journeys. That's the current show. I'm almost caught up, but I just basically stopped because I actually prefer the dub over the Japanese one for that show. Because Pokemon Sun and Moon changed the soundtrack, which and it's noticeable in English dub, but like I like the voice cast, but I don't like the music for Sun and Moon. So that's the thing. So, but in Journeys, like the music doesn't bother me. So that's why I'm sticking with the dub for that one. But modern shows, it's I'm actually behind on Golden Wind, so that's what I'm watching right now because I just never got around to it. Because I actually like the dub for Golden Wind because Bucciarati and Abacchio have like very manly voices in the dub. Same thing goes for Diavolo. They like their voices are like really manly in the English dub. Oh, Joker Writer, bad anime hero. But yeah, I need to end this like in a few minutes. Like I guess I'll give myself 5 minutes before I go. the spoiler in Sonic 2. So yeah, the thing is in Sonic 3, like to keep it spoiler free, I hope Sonic 3 like leaves the planet Earth. Like to get rid of the planet. Like they keep showing all these other alien life forms and other different places. Let's just leave Earth. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else, man. Give me that fantasy stuff that I want, and give me some Sonic music for now. We still haven't gotten any Sonic soundtracks, man. In Sonic 2, I wanted to see Chemical Plant Zone. That didn't happen. There was no Chemical Plant Zone, man. Come on. But since we're getting that specific place, I'm guessing we get something. We're going into that Sonic game that everybody likes in the story. Never mind. Uh, for women, I just decided to wait and watch Lupin 6 on Adult Swim after hearing the negative response to it. Not impressed so far, but my mom likes it, and the only anime she's ever watched was Astro Boy. Yeah, I would say Lupin 5 is better. They got tunes from the games in the movie too, like the Johnny music in the temple. Yeah, but I want some actual, like an actual stages and actual music that go with the stages, because I don't even remember the Johnny music being there like at all. Because I know there was like a ringtone with the Green Hill Zone or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's cheap. Give me a few music. I mean, because the next Sonic movie, I mean, like a big character is showing up, and those characters have character themes, so those themes better play. Yeah, I watched the first half of Lupin Part 6 and dropped it after finding it kind of boring. It has the same issue as Part 4, as it wants to have a story arc and a single episodic structure. Yeah, it just doesn't work. Lupin gets a movie in every what decade? Lupin almost gets not a movie, but Lupin is guaranteed to get something every year, whether it's a show, a TV special, a movie, or an OVA. It's been like that ever since I think ever since like the 90s, or I don't remember, because I think there was one time where there was like nothing for the Lupin that one year. It might have been with somewhere along the lines of Fuma Conspiracy, but there should be a new Koike movie coming out this year or next year. Like like I'm hoping it's about Zenigata. I hope so, but yeah, like in 2014 it was Jigen's Gravestone, 15 was Lupin Part 4, 16 was Italian Game, 2017 was Goemon's Blood Spray, 2018 was Lupin Part 5, 2019 was Fujiko's Lie, 2020 was what did we get in 2020? I think it was like Prisoner of the Past. No, it was Goodbye Partner, I think, for 2020. 2021 was The Prisoning of the Past. 2022 is Part 6. So it's got to be something else. Yeah, because Mamoto Oshii writing Lupin episodes, he's writing it like if it's Ghost in the Shell. They're like there is like no comedy whatsoever, like in Part 6. Like Lupin 6 is like, I don't know. I feel like Lupin 6 should be its own live stream. But I haven't even finished it. So I because me and Falcon, we had a conversation. It wasn't recorded, by the way, so don't go and asking him for it or anything. We had this conversation. We were just ranting about the first 12 episodes of Part 6. And he got, I don't know, I thought I was upset, but then he got angrier. It was basically proving all these points how the Sherlock Holmes case with the girl like makes no sense whatsoever. Nothing makes sense. It's a Part 6. I'm like, oh my god, Lupin's, and I'm like in shock and realizing this. I'm like, yeah. Let me join after I watch. Yeah, okay. Oh, guys, you need to like lay off the swear words because it blocks the YouTube chat blocks the messages and I can't see them, so I have to click show in order to see the things. So in hopes of not getting your stuff removed, just keep avoiding the avoid the naughty language. You just say Yatsura and Pat Labor. Oh, I didn't know he worked on those stuff, but I don't know with Lupin. This wasn't there. I'm still watching Lupin the Third Part 2 at the moment. It's one of the most experimental series. Mammal's my favorite Lupin movie. Yeah, I could see why Mammal. I just kind of wish the plot of the beginning of Mammal was expanded more, but I guess we kind of saw that in part five towards the end. But oh right, Lupin the first came out in 2019. Yeah, I think 2019 there was like three things because I know there was the Burning Lupin special. I think that was 19 as well, or that was 17. Like I don't know. I forgot the years, but yeah. Just write swears like it'll show up. Yeah, I guess so. Censor your Ghost of Yuan, man. Happy Kinnikuman Day. Hey, hello. Thanks for being here. But I'm about to head out. My voice is like giving out already. I've been doing this for like 2 hours. This is the Lupin stream now. Oh no, Tab. You guys questions. You guys questions turned it from Kinnikuman to Otokojuku to Lupin. It just flipped through all three things back and forth. Like it was Kinnikuman Day, man. Like where the Kinnikuman. Did the first Marza. Oh, I wasn't aware of that. That Lupin the First also did Sonic 1 and 2. Will Fujiko be Kinnikuman? I don't know, man. I mean, Fujiko has her ways. I think the better question should be like, can Ramen Man beat Goemon, or can Goemon beat Ramen Man? Can Japan beat China? The Japanese swordsman versus the Chinese kung fu master. Yeah, I could just hear Akira. Yeah, yeah. Fujiko would seduce Kinnikuman, and then Kinnikuman would turn into Ryo Saiba. Like, oh, like Makari. OMG, you kind of look like the scout from Team Fortress 2. Nah, really? Not the scout. Uh, I forgot. Is the scout the one with the cap and the ears? Let's see. Is that one the scout? Team Fortress 2. Let me see. Let me see. Is that the scout that I'm thinking about? Yeah, yeah, it is the scout. I don't like the scout. I don't like that design. I always hate it. Nah, I don't think I'm like. I don't know. I have more of a tan than him. Uh, Beat him with a mallet. Yeah, Jigen can shoot the knees. Can Lupin beat Terry Man? Well, I guess Jigen can beat Terry Man. You shoot his legs and amputate his legs. No. Maybe Goemon can cut Akuma Shogun then. I mean, like, if he can cut Diamond Power, right? Diamond Power is no use against, like, Goemon's sword, Santetskin. Yeah. Oh. 2 minutes, guys. Then we'll end this. So, any more Kinnikuman stuff? Like, yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't do the stream later, but this is, like, the only time I got. We were talking about early manga. Jigen's going kneecaps. Oh, no. Yeah, so is King Kotsuman gonna join the Lupin gang? Inspector Gobogati is gonna be with Inspector Zenigata. Yeah. Oh, Jigen. Please kill everyone. I don't know, because I haven't read the current Kinnikuman stuff. Like, the last thing I looked was Geronimo was barely gonna fight this one of the one of the Choshin, and then I think from there the scanlations got all over the place. This was a fun stream. Cool. Yeah, yeah. You guys took it out of hand with your stuff, but I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. One more minute, I guess. I don't. Last call. Yeah. My throat hurts, man. I just hope I could get like something good to eat in a few hours, or like in a few minutes, maybe. Uh, Anything else, guys? Okay, yeah. I hate saying guys, but I guess guys is better than saying chat. Because I looked at some like Pokemon random challenges, and I hate it when people say like come on chat, give me power chat, or like chat. I'm like, what is this? Like, why so disconnected? I mean, that's not even formal to me. Like calling people chats, like I don't know. It's very dismissive. Same thing goes with guys. I don't like calling calling. I just call you guys my friends. All right, let's just say that. I don't like calling my friends like chat and like guys. Like I feel like it's so distant. I mean, come on. I know. I guess I could call you guys subscribers, my subs, but like I don't. I don't know. All that like influencer stuff. Like I don't like it. I don't like those calls. Yeah, I just call you guys my friends. All right. Even go grow say guys. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Well, for them it makes sense because of the opposite sex. Whatever. Like, like oh my god, you guys like my chat, like super chat. I don't know. I don't look at any of those things. Where's the Kinnikuman 2D fighting? Get friends power. Yeah. Ghost you one man. Hey hero, do you know some stuff about the cycle Chojin arc from the? Oh, okay, okay, yeah, I could talk about that before I leave. Yeah, what was the other one? Because there's two arcs towards the end. Because I wasn't successful in downloading the episodes before they went down off of YouTube. Because many years ago, a lot of it was one particular Kinnikuman day when this happened, where there was like two or three YouTube channels constantly uploading Kinnikuman episodes. This was all from Japan, by the way. It was all raw. It's all Japanese episodes, and I'm like, that's where I downloaded most of my stuff, like all my raw stuff and a lot of the quality content that you're able to find before the sub episodes came out. Well, actually, a lot of them were like in 360, 480p, so they weren't like the high HD quality that you get in the subs nowadays. Where is the anime? The fucking uh, where's the? Okay, here we go. List of Kinnikuman episodes because I need to look at the arcs. So in that way, I was watching these filler arcs. Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Okay, someone edited like the Kinnikuman Wikipedia because these things used to have the English episode titles, or at least like some of it. I swear there was the English subtitles at one point. I don't know. Because I'm trying to remember what the Cycle Chojin arc is. Because I remember the Goku Aku Chojin arc. Because there were two different things, and I actually don't remember. Okay, I'm actually drawing a blank. Let me actually copy one of the Japanese titles and look for it on Google. See if I get something. Because I actually don't recall what the Cycle Chojin arc is now. I remember the arc afterwards, and it's like kind of anticlimactic. Or were they the same thing? Were they the same thing? Like now I'm confused because I'm gonna have to research this. Well, anyways, there was this one arc towards the end where there's like seven children and they're fighting the main heroes, and a lot of the heroes were losing. Like, what's super anticlimactic is that the Kinnikuman never beats the main villain. Somehow, towards the end, there was like this Deus Ex Machina about the heroes fighting like this dragon, and the dragon like just blows away the villain away. Like, he just flies off like into who knows where. And Kinnikuman never beats the main villain, so it's just so freaking weird. Like, that's how the arc ends. What's funky fresh? Like, hey, anime hero. Like, oh, sorry guys, but I'm just about to leave already. I've been doing this for like 2 hours, 2 hours and a half, going on three. Uh, yeah, Suki Condor and Joey Jalapeno. Hola hero. Sorry, but I'm actually gonna leave already. Already pre-order all the Fist and North Star volume is available. Okay. So Joey Jalapeno and Suki Condor, if you have any questions, give it to me right now because I need to leave already. Have you ever seen the Lupin ripoff that Jump made in 1970? It ended because the Lupin creator threatened the magazine with a lawsuit. Oh, I never. Yeah, sorry, Suki. I've been doing this for like a long time. Yeah, go see you on. Yeah, about the Psycho Trilogy. I'm gonna have to look into that because now I don't remember because the arc I was thinking about is something else. But I don't think it was worth it. Like if anything of note happened in Baki is manly. It's Baki manly or too macho. It's manly. It's just that it's kind of shallow at times. It's not as manly as Fist of North Star or Kinnikuman. One question: have you considered doing a video on Wolf Guy? I haven't even read the manga, dude. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Wolf Guy is like one of the mangas people have been telling me about. But I just don't see it as one of the manly things. Wolf Guy manga, or am I thinking, or is that something else? Maybe I was thinking it was another thing. I don't know. No, I haven't even looked at this to be honest, because I'm looking at panels like, no, I have not read this like at all. Sorry about that, but and I guess this is the last question, Taff. Like, Ghost of Yuan Man, I'll look into the Psycho Children thing because I'm actually getting confused myself between like the last two filler arcs of Kinnikuman Man. So, anyways, cool tab. One last Kino beat Kinnikuman. I guess so because Kinnikuman Man can't even hit Akuma. Well, unless Kinnikuman Man is sweaty, then he and Terry Man can use their sweaty salt. There's salty sweat to beat to beat the ghosts. It's by the guy who did 8 Man. Oh, I wasn't aware. I need to check that then. All right, so bye everybody. I'm gonna have to end this now. Ending the stream. I gotta end this over here.